All right, Facebook ninjas, what's going on? So today in this session, we're going to talk a little bit about the Facebook Pixel. And I know this is a subject I get a lot of people asking me all the time. They don't quite understand what a Facebook Pixel actually is, what to do with it. It seems like voodoo magic. It's just kind of this confusion out there as to what exactly this item is. So I want you to think about the Facebook Pixel as like Google Analytics, okay, but for Facebook. So when you have your own website, you can connect Google, and it'll tell you all the different analytics from how many website visitors, how long people are on each page, bounce rate, all that good stuff. It's just analytics, right? So the Facebook Pixel is basically that, but for Facebook. So it's an extremely powerful tool and something not necessarily for the entry level user, but I'll kind of explain here how we can use this pixel to our advantage. But at a very, very, very basic level, if you have a website and you are promoting traffic to that website, especially from Facebook, you should have a pixel installed on your website. So that being said, let's go ahead and hop into the ads manager. So this is kind of where everything gets started here, right? So inside the ads manager, you're going to see, these are my campaigns and everything. Some are running, some aren't. And the top left-hand corner here is the we call like the hamburger menu, and that's where we're going to actually access our pixel. So we click this little hamburger menu here. You see there's a couple of different options, but we're going to want to go to this all tools option, and that actually opens up the entire menu. And you'll see there's a bunch of different things to choose from. And as we progress in our trainings, I will go through, some of this stuff here. But for today, obviously, we're just talking about pixels. So we want to click on this pixel here. And this will actually bring you into the pixel dashboard, and you can see a few of the analytics. Now, obviously, you guys know that I have a couple of different ad accounts or multiple ad accounts. So this is the default pixel associated with this one specific ad account. And this is just the targeted activity that's going on right now or in the past 7 days on this one specific site. So this is just a general overview of what's going on. To get in detail to see more of what's going on, we're going to want to click the actual pixel itself. So once we click on that, now we can get in here and we can see some more targeted stuff, right? And it shows you everything from page views to event engagement, and this is why the Facebook pixel is so powerful, because what happens, and this is something for, when we talk about advanced training, going after more warm audiences and people that already know, like, and trust you. Some of the stuff that I do in my business, when I say talking about retargeting my sphere and people that I know, retargeting is a super powerful way to get your message in front of people that, at the end of the day, it takes 6, 7, sometimes as many as 9 or 10 touches before someone even remembers who you are online. So if you're just running traffic to a website and someone sees you one time, chances are they're not going to remember who you are. But when you have a pixel installed, and now you can create that custom audience, right? So like you can see this one event here. There's different types of events that the pixel can track. One of them is page views, right? You have event segment, purchase, initiate checkout. A lot of these are more for e-commerce guys or people that have like an Amazon type store. We're going to probably only track a couple of different events, which would be a page view or a lead, right? Those are kind of the two main events that we track inside real estate. But what this allows you to do is, once this pixel is installed in your website, okay, now you can track the visitors that are associated with Facebook, so you can start building lists. And that is probably the biggest, not necessarily secret, but what really differentiates an average marketer from someone who's getting really, really good results is the average person doesn't create the custom audiences or the custom lists, and they're always going after stone cold traffic that has no idea who you are, and then they don't retarget them, they don't season them, and the next thing you know, you're just throwing money away. So this is the foundation. The pixel is the foundation of being able to retarget people who actually have already seen you one time. So once you have the pixel installed, and essentially there's a couple of different ways to do this. So if you go over here to the right hand side, you'll see this setup. So let's say you have a web developer, someone like myself, who's helping you with your conversions and marketing. You can actually email the instructions on how to install this to that web developer. So you don't necessarily even have to know how to do it yourself. But if you're watching this, you're probably someone who wants to learn. So you would click this middle section here for install code manually. And basically what you're going to do is inside the head section of your website, and again, this depends on your website platform, if you have access to this or not. If you don't have access to the head section of your website, this is the back-end code, then you'd have to email this pixel to whoever your website developer is or what have you. So basically, when we say pixel, it's literally just these lines of code that are going to be installed on your website. And now Facebook is going to be able to communicate with your website, and all the visitors that come through are now going to give you the ability, you can track those people on Facebook, which is really, really powerful. So now, you're not just missing out on that one customer. They bounced on your website one time and you never see them again. Now you can follow them around with different advertising, which is absolutely fundamental, I believe, to really getting some good conversion and not wasting your money on Facebook advertising. So that's basically it. I mean, it's as simple as installing this code on your website, and then now you have the ability to track the users that are actually coming through. So you can see 1,500 page views, and that's usually within the past 7 days, I believe. So yeah, it'll vary, depending. So we want to focus on page views and then lead engagement. So that's really the pixel in itself. Now, if you come to my website, you'll see here I have an extension so that everybody should probably download this. I use Google Chrome, but this is called the Facebook Pixel Helper, and you can download this extension, and it'll actually tell you if your Facebook Pixel is installed properly or not on your website. And this is really key because you can actually go to your website and check, but now you can see that the Pixel is actually installed and you're ready to go. So the next training that I'm going to do for you guys is how to create custom audiences, because that is a huge portion of what I do. So it all starts with installing this pixel onto your website, which is as easy as, like I said, this hamburger menu. We're going to go to all tools, and then inside here, we're going to click pixels, and that's going to bring you here. Then we go to setup, manually install the code yourself, and you'll be good to go. Now, if you've never installed a pixel, or if you don't have a pixel, when you get to this, there'll be nothing here, and it'll just give you an option to set up your first pixel. If that's the case, that's more than fine. You just set it up, you walk through the steps. There's a couple of steps, and then at the end of those steps, it'll give you this same exact code for you to install on your website. So Facebook Pixel, it's not smoke and mirrors. It's not magic. There's nothing really crazy about it. It's literally just a line of code that lives inside your website and allows you to track the visitors that come from pretty much anywhere. So even if it's pay per click, they're there. Facebook is going to link that person to Facebook's data. So really, really cool stuff. But this is the foundation of really getting some good audiences, because once you come in here, you can create custom audiences, and that's going to be another training. I don't want to bog you guys down with too much at one time. I try to keep this training short, 15, 20 minutes at the most, but you can see here creating custom audiences. You can do everything from just website visitors on one page, multiple pages, but we'll get into that in a different training. So super simple, guys. Make sure your Pixel is installed on your website. If you're driving any type of traffic to that website, it's super, super important, and it's very easy to do. It's just a line of code, nothing crazy, and the benefits of having this Pixel installed are huge, and we'll go over that in some different training. So I hope you guys found this helpful, and look forward to seeing you on the next training.